Burn back it take heights up. Be positive. Wake up and live. No for them a hype out machine. We uncommon. Something we bigger than the damn cannon. The lightning we done them and them gang with one hand. Leave them headless, no foot to stand on. The lava.
When we talk about poor parenting, we do not mean to say that parents cannot have flaws. Of course, they are human beings and everybody has that flaws. Nobody is perfect. But when we talk about poor parenting, we mean that parents should not neglect their children. They should not just abandon their children and leave them to fend for themselves emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally, and in all aspects of their development. They have to be there all the way and in every step of the way, so that they encourage them, they teach them, and they do everything. I know a dad, he doesn't want any of his children. He has children all over, basically. I've lost count, but this dad does not even want any one of his children to call him dad, to call him father, to call him daddy, or anything like that. He prefers to be called by their first name because he's just not a dad, I guess, and he's never been able to be there for the children and give them guidance and lead them, especially for a dad dealing with a son. It's very crucial. Every son needs their father in their life, especially in their teen years, because that's the best time they need coaching. That's the best time they need your support and your love. I think you know what I mean, all the men out there. So this man, it's a problem because he's continuing to have more kids and more babies, but then none of them is being fathered. None of them is experiencing the fatherly love and, that relationship that a father and a child should have. And so it's daunting. The children, it's stressful. It's very stressful because one of them was actually blamed for the failure of the previous marriage. And these are some of the things that are happening. And I remember this child was only in standard 7 being told that you are the reason why we broke up. You're the reason for the divorce and why the marriage failed and stuff like that. I'm thinking, is there a child that can ever be called, the reason for a divorce? Is there a child that can ever break a marriage up? Just think about it. Why is it that sometimes parents don't want to take blame? And those words, just words are so hurtful, and a word will never come back. So be careful the things you say to your children also, because this parent, ever since he said this was, I think, towards the end of the primary school level for this child. And ever since then, this child grew into a rebellious teenager, a mannerless person, a disrespectful person, a person that just stopped caring about life and about everything and just gave up on everything. This one time he even wrote a letter to the dad and said, you know what, I just wish that you had just once in my life and in my childhood told me that you love me, told me that, son, I am proud of you. Today I wouldn't be the person that I am. Today I wouldn't have turned out into this kind of young adult. I wouldn't be doing the kind of things that I'm doing simply because I needed your love. And at the time when you're supposed to give it to me, you failed. But anyway, now you're about to get married, you're moving on with your life and everything, and I'm sorry, I just can't live with you, and I believe that this is the end of the relationship. Imagine, he said he would fend for himself, he will live his life alone, and I believe he can take some of these things and use them to become a better person, to become the best dad for his children and stuff like that. But then what about the relationship? It's broken. He gave up on the dad, he quit on the dad, and he even dismissed him from his life. Like the grandfather of this boy has tried numerous times to reconcile them and to get them to talk and everything, but no, it has never worked, simply because of something that was done before and something that was said to the son, in their childhood, and now it has affected the son forever. And I mean, we can only hope that they'll get to that point where they resolve their issues and they forgive one another and they reconcile and everything. But the point of the matter is the damage has been done, and there's just nothing like that. Some of these children, when they turn out to be the way they turn out, when they become rebellious and they just become useless and irresponsible young adults or even adults, they are not even afraid to tell you that I'm like this because of my dad, I'm like this because what. One girl the other day, just recently, was saying, a young girl, and this is a person that is about, I think, 15 years old, 14, 15, somewhere there, or 16 maybe. And she said, I am not afraid of any boy hurting my heart or breaking me because my dad did it anyway. So what? It's like, I don't mind. I'm not afraid of any boyfriend breaking my heart. The dad that was supposed to have been my first boyfriend did it already, so what's the point? Just bring it on, basically. So these are some of the things that our children suffer from internally, and they affect how they relate to other people, how they relate to other relatives, how they relate to adults and same sex, and it will also affect their view on dating, on relationships, maybe even marriage, depending on how they have suffered emotionally and mentally and psychologically at the expense of poor parenting or poor upbringing by their parents. So it's a problem. It's something to really think about. So parents, how about you be there for your children? I'll see you later. I'm checking out. I'm tired. All right.